Imagine if you could understand the secret key that connects everything and everyone around you, a force that, when comprehended, can completely transform your life. This is the power of the law of divine unity, the first and most fundamental of the 12 laws of the universe. In this video, we will explore how this law shows us that we are all interconnected and how, by understanding and applying this principle, you can improve your relationships, elevate your energy, and achieve genuine inner peace. Have you ever felt that certain events happen for a greater reason? Or perhaps you wonder why your actions seem to come back to you in some way. Here, we will unravel what it truly means to be connected to the universe and how this understanding can help you find purpose, harmony, and even resolve issues that seem unsolvable. This video is for those seeking a deeper meaning in life and wanting to transform what they feel into a positive force. Be watching until the end. You will discover valuable practices and insights that will help you apply the law of divine unity in your daily life, promoting true change. Ready to expand your consciousness and realize how the universe can be your ally? Then stay with me as we understand together how this law can open new doors in your life. The 12 laws of the universe are like the hidden manual that governs all creation. If we stop to think about it, it's fascinating how the universe seems to follow its own logic, right? These laws are not just abstract concepts, they shape our lives, influencing everything from our relationships to our personal and professional outcomes. It's like an invisible system that, when understood, reveals a path to a more balanced and fulfilling life. And contrary to what many believe, these laws are accessible to everyone. The question is, who truly understands and applies these principles in their daily lives? Now, let's go deeper. Each of these laws plays a fundamental role in showing us different aspects of life and our own essence. There are laws that govern our relationship with attraction, vibration, detachment, gratitude, and, of course, unity with everything around us. It's as if each law hands us a piece to assemble a great puzzle. And when all these pieces are in place, we can see life with new eyes, more connected, more attentive, more awakened to what really matters. And look, knowing these laws is like gaining a key to open doors that once seemed locked. Imagine being able to understand why certain things happen in your life, or how small changes can bring significant results. This is the essence of the 12 laws, to help us understand and even navigate through life with more purpose. Today, we will delve into one of them, perhaps the most essential of all, the law of divine unity. Let's uncover why this law is the foundation of all the others and how it can be the missing piece for you to understand your place in the universe. The law of divine unity is the principle that shows us that we are all connected at a deep and invisible level. Think of it this way. Our actions, thoughts, and feelings have the power to influence our environment and the people around us, even if we don't realize it. This law reveals that separation is an illusion and that every being, every atom in the universe is interconnected, forming a vast network of existence. And when we start to see the world through this lens, something changes within us, a sense of belonging, as if we are part of something much greater. This concept may seem abstract, but let's bring it into practical life. You know when you feel that the environment isn't good even before someone says something? Or when you think of someone and suddenly that person sends you a message? These phenomena are indications of this invisible connection. The law of divine unity teaches us that even the smallest actions have an impact and that everything in the universe is interlinked. That's why, by understanding and applying this law, we can have more harmony in our relationships and greater clarity in our decisions. The beauty of the law of divine unity is that it challenges us to reflect on our responsibility in the world. If everything is connected, every choice we make matters, from how we treat the people around us to how we care for our planet. Experiencing this unity is a call to act with more awareness, understanding that the impact of each action resonates in the lives of all. With this in mind, let's explore how this unity forms the foundation of our existence and why it profoundly influences our journey of self-discovery. The basis of the law of divine unity lies in the idea that everything, absolutely everything, is connected. This concept goes beyond what we can see or touch. It shows that even thoughts, intentions, and emotions form a web of influence. Imagine a stone thrown into a lake. The ripples spread, affecting every part of the water's surface. In a similar way, everything we do creates waves that expand, impacting the environment and even people we may never meet. This is the power of universal connection. To feel this connection in daily life, start with small observations. Have you noticed how your mood affects those around you? When you're feeling good, people around you seem more receptive. When you're not, it's as if the environment becomes heavy. This mirror effect reveals the essence of unity. And as we become aware of this connection, we become more mindful of our thoughts and actions, knowing they create reflections in others' lives. It's a powerful reminder that we have a greater impact than we realize. This understanding can transform the way we live. By realizing we are all interconnected, we develop more empathy, responsibility, and even compassion. This knowledge makes us want to act more carefully, choosing words and actions that contribute rather than divide. It's as if each of us is a cell in a larger organism. And by caring for each part of this organism, we are caring for ourselves. Now, how does this law directly influence our daily lives? Let's find out. The law of divine unity teaches us that in everything we do, there is a connection to something greater. In our daily lives, this translates into small actions that end up creating a much larger impact than we perceive. When we help someone, that action generates a positive chain that expands, coming back to us in unexpected ways. The same applies to thoughts. Nurturing positivity within can attract good experiences and people, while harboring negative feelings often attracts conflicts and challenges. A practical way to apply this law in everyday life is to pay attention to the thoughts and words we use. Upon waking, for example, how about starting with a positive affirmation like, "Today is a day full of possibilities." This simple gesture can transform your mood, which in turn transforms interactions throughout the day. And by connecting with others in a kind and respectful way, we are building a more harmonious collective energy. Over time, this creates a network of good vibrations that affects both our lives and those of the people around us. Understanding this influence also awakens in us a greater sense of responsibility. We begin to see that we are part of a whole and that our actions reflect in the world around us. It's not just about living consciously, but about acting knowing that every small gesture counts. By applying this law, we discover that everything we offer to the universe, whether positive or negative, eventually returns to us. And this is a constant practice that encourages us to live more fully, more connected, and in harmony with everything that surrounds us. The law of divine unity invites us to look inward, for it is through self-knowledge that we understand our true connection to everything around us. By knowing ourselves deeply, we realize that the same forces that shape us also shape the universe. This understanding paves the way for discoveries about who we truly are and the purpose we have in the world. When we recognize that we are part of something greater, it becomes easier to understand our feelings, thoughts, and how we react to challenges. Practicing self-knowledge within this perspective can be liberating. Try setting aside a few minutes each day to reflect on your emotions and experiences. Ask yourself, how does my reaction to this situation contribute to my evolution? This reflection allows you to see patterns and understand how your actions and thoughts create reflections in your life. Gradually, you begin to realize that knowing yourself is also a way of knowing the universe, since everything is interconnected. This journey of self-discovery based on divine unity also leads us to a deeper acceptance. When we see ourselves as an indispensable part of the whole, we learn to respect our own qualities and limitations. With this acceptance comes the ability to look at others with compassion, understanding that we are all learning and evolving together. And it is this process of discovering and accepting ourselves that prepares us for constant growth, paving the way for an even stronger connection with everything that exists. The practice of divine unity profoundly impacts our personal relationships. When we see the connection we have with others, we begin to cultivate more empathetic and respectful communication. Imagine a relationship where each person sees themselves as part of a whole. This reduces conflicts and opens up space for sincere dialogue. By connecting with others through this perspective, differences cease to be barriers and become opportunities for mutual learning and growth. To apply this concept in relationships, a good practice is to truly listen without rushing to respond. In a difficult conversation, for example, we can pause, breathe, and remember that the other person is an extension of ourselves with their own pains and challenges. This understanding makes us act with more patience and compassion, which strengthens any relationship. Gradually, this approach transforms relationships into exchanges of support and understanding, elevating the quality of the connections we create throughout our lives. Practicing divine unity in relationships also fosters a sense of gratitude and mutual respect. When we feel united with another, we value each interaction more and understand that by improving a relationship, we are benefiting ourselves. This bond of respect and love is one of the greatest sources of peace and harmony in our daily coexistence. The more we practice this, the more we learn that true connection with the universe begins in our closest relationships. The law of divine unity reminds us that the planet we live on is also part of this universal connection, and that our well-being is intrinsically linked to the well-being of the Earth. When we see ourselves as part of a whole, a sense of responsibility emerges within us to care for the environment and everything it houses. Every small action we take, whether recycling, saving water, or reducing plastic consumption, has a greater impact than we can imagine. This care reflects in the health of the planet and, consequently, in our own health. Incorporating sustainable practices into our daily lives is a practical way to apply divine unity. Small choices like opting for eco-friendly products, reducing energy use, or planting trees help maintain the balance of nature. Additionally, caring for the nature around us helps us connect more deeply with life and the universe. This bond reminds us that by caring for the planet, we are also caring for ourselves and future generations, contributing to a more harmonious and balanced world. The awareness that everything is interconnected encourages us to collaborate with others for environmental preservation. This can mean participating in reforestation projects or encouraging sustainable practices in our community. When we understand that we are an extension of the planet, we realize that the healing of the Earth starts within us. Through divine unity, we are motivated to act with responsibility and purpose, transforming our attitudes into a true reflection of love and care for the world. To experience the law of divine unity in your life. One of the simplest and most effective practices is meditation focused on universal connection. Set aside a few minutes each day to close your eyes and visualize yourself as part of a luminous network that surrounds all the people, plants, and animals around you. Imagine this energy flowing between you and everything that exists, creating a sense of harmony and peace. Over time, this practice strengthens your perception of unity with the universe, helping you live with more balance and compassion. Another powerful way to feel this connection is through acts of kindness. Try to help someone in your daily life without expecting anything in return, whether it's with a word of encouragement or a simple smile. These small acts not only make a difference in someone else's life, but remind us that we are all interconnected and that by doing good, we benefit the whole. This practice of kindness reinforces the principle that we are one family and that the good we promote for others returns to us in some way. Reflecting daily on what you are grateful for also helps strengthen the experience of unity. Before sleeping, take some time to think about the things you are grateful for, from the smallest to the most significant. This exercise allows you to appreciate the interdependence of each element in your life. Gratitude helps us realize that nothing happens in isolation and that everything we receive is part of a continuous flow of generosity from the universe. The law of divine unity teaches us that we are all part of a greater whole, where every being, every action, and every emotion are interconnected. Reflecting on this idea, it is impossible not to notice how our personal choices impact not only our lives, but also the lives of others and the planet as a whole. Each of us carries the responsibility to cultivate an awareness of unity, which helps us act with compassion and empathy. It is a call to remember that we are not alone on this journey. Adopting the perspective of divine unity also encourages us to be more mindful of our daily interactions. The relationships we form and the bonds we cultivate have immense power. Every interaction is an opportunity to manifest love, understanding, and support. When we look at the world through this lens, we notice that small actions like a simple act of kindness can have significant repercussions. This perception motivates us to act more intentionally and attentively. Finally, reflecting on divine unity provides us with a sense of purpose and belonging. Knowing that we are part of a great fabric of life is comforting and inspires us to seek a more harmonious world. By recognizing that we are all connected, we learn to appreciate differences and celebrate similarities. This understanding can be the key to transformation, not only in our personal lives, but also in society as a whole. After all, when we unite, the power for change is immeasurable. Throughout this journey through the law of divine unity, it has become clear that we are all interconnected in deep and meaningful ways. Understanding this unity offers us a new perspective on our lives and relationships and encourages us to act with more love and empathy. True transformation begins within each of us. Therefore, the question remains, what will you do from now on to cultivate this connection? What steps can you take today to align more with this awareness of unity, to initiate this change? Start practicing gratitude daily, meditating on your connections, and performing small acts of kindness. Each day, challenge yourself to see the world through this lens of unity and observe how it impacts not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. This practice will not only strengthen your relationships, but also promote a more harmonious and welcoming environment. Lastly, if you found value in this video and wish to continue learning about how the law of divine unity and other universal laws can transform your life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Together, we can create a community that celebrates interconnection and seeks a better future for all. How about sharing your experiences and reflections on unity in the comments? Let's embark on this journey together.